Hello guys, I'm Rashdeep. In today's video, we are going to revise chapter 1 of CA Intermediate Strategic Management, that is Introduction to Strategic Management. This revisional notes is available in description box. If you want, you can go and download that. The link is available in description box. So let's start with this chapter. See, this is very simple chapter which has only 6 concepts. So if you learn 6 concepts, you can score a very good marks in this. Those are business policy, concept of management, concept of strategy, and concept of strategic management, and different levels in the strategic organization, and also strategic management in non-profitable organizations, government and not for profit organization. Okay, our first concept is business policy. First, let us understand what exactly business policy is. See, business policies are nothing but those are the guidelines. Those are the guidelines developed by the company itself, that is developed by an organization to govern the action of those who form part of it, that is its employees. So business policies are the guidelines developed by whom? Developed by an organization. It is not developed in general. It is not developed by ICAI or ICSI or ICMA, not like that. Or not. It is not developed by any government. It will be developed by the particular organization for its advantages. So, and why it will develop that guidelines? It will develop those guidelines just to govern the action of those who are form part of it. That is to govern the action of its employees, managers, etc. For example, some of the organizations will be having that HR policy. In that, they will say your salary should be confidential. You should not discuss with even with your subordinates. You should not discuss at all. So this will be one policy. There are certain policies. For example, if you go to KFC, their chef can't disclose what are the recipes in that particular item. So those are the certain business policies. So business policies are the guidelines developed by an organization to govern the actions. Actions are nothing but functions or work of those who form part of it, which means its employees. Okay. Business policy defines the scope within which decision may be taken by the subordinates in an organization. It also defines the scope, that is the limit within which subordinates can take a decision. For example, there is some manager, let us assume F&A manager, finance and accounts. This manager, and there is CEO. What organization policy says is, for example, this manager can approve a payment up to rupees 1 crore. He can approve a payment up to rupees 1 crore. If payment exceeds 1 crore, if company wants to pay more than 1 crore, then he can't approve it. Who have to approve it? CEO has to approve it. This is one of the example of policy, business policy. Okay, when does the business policy originated? Business policy originated in the year 1911 in Harvard Business School. Okay, this is all about business policy. In this chapter, you can expect MCQs and 1 5 marks question or something like that, and that will be simple because this chapter itself simple. Okay, now our second concept, that is concept of management. See, the management you can see it in 2 ways. One as a person's, other as a function. As a person, management, see, it is used with reference to a key group in an organization in charge of its affairs. So management refers to the key group, that is key persons of the organization who are in charge in that particular organization for all the functions of that particular organization. That is simple. Management refers to those persons who manages the thing in that particular organization. This is in one sense. In next, see, the term management is also used with reference to the set of interrelated functions. First one as a person, second one as a function. So management can be referred as set of interrelated function and processes carried out by the management, that is these persons of an organization to attain its objectives. Those are planning, organizing, directing, staffing, controlling, etc. Coordinating. All these functions will be known as management. So in the sense of person, it is a key group in an organization who are in charge of organization's affairs. As a function, management is a interrelated function and process carried out by the management, that is those key managerial person, to achieve the objective of that particular organization. Okay, now let us understand what exactly strategy is. Strategy is nothing but it is a game plan. Strategy is a game plan. Each and every organization will have strategy. So it is a game plan to achieve the objectives. Strategy is a game plan to achieve the objectives of an organization. Strategy is the game plan that the management of business uses to take market position, conduct its operation, attract and satisfy customer, compete successfully, and achieve organizational objectives. So it is the game plan. Who will use it? It will be used by the management, that is business management. For what purpose? For taking the market, that is taking from our competitors. That particular market we are taking from competitors. Conduct its operation, that is if it is a something product, it is a something like to sell that particular product, what they will do, that is strategy. And to attract and also to satisfy the customer, they will be having certain strategies. And to compete successfully with its rivals and to achieve the organizational objectives. So strategy is the game plan used by whom? Used by management. For what purpose? For to take the market position, okay, to conduct its operation, to attain and satisfy customers, and to compete with its rivals successfully, and also to achieve the organizational objective by all these functions. In large organization, strategies are formulated at the corporate, division and functional levels. In large organization, there will be 3 levels: corporate level, divisional level and functional level. Divisional level is also known as business level. We are going to learn that next thing. Okay. And you might ask whether strategy is proactive or reactive. What do you mean by proactive? Proactive is nothing but we are thinking early. It's a big, let us assume I want to enter some mobile market. Here, if I think some strategies to enter into mobile market, this will be proactive. I entered a mobile market, but suddenly environment changed. Environment asked to change our strategy. So if we change our strategy as per the requirement of the environment, it will be reactive. So before happening something, if we formulate the strategy, that is proactive. And after happening something, if we change our strategy, or if we change our strategy, that will be a reactive strategy. So strategy is not only proactive because we can't interpret the environment. strategy will be proactive as well as reactive. So we can say strategy is partly proactive and partly reactive. Proactive strategy is planned strategy, whereas reactive strategy is adaptive reaction to change in circumstances. Okay, next our fourth concept is strategic management, which is our subject. So first let us understand what exactly strategic management means. The term strategic management refers to the managerial process. It is not a normal process. Strategic management is a managerial process of what? Of developing a strategic vision, setting objectives, crafting a strategy, implementing and evaluating the strategy, and initiating corrective adjustment where deemed appropriate. So it is the managerial process which starts from developing a strategic vision and set controlling that particular strategy. In simple, strategic management is a continuous process. It do not stop, because once it is controlled, we come across certain changes in an environment. So we have to formulate again the new strategies. So the same cycle repeats till the particular organization exists in the market. So the term strategic management refers to the managerial process of developing a strategic vision, setting objectives, crafting a strategy, implementing and evaluating the strategy, and initiating corrective adjustments, that is controlling, and we will check whether our strategy is appropriate for this particular environment. If yes, we continue with that. If no, we bring certain changes. Okay, the overall objectives of strategic management are twofold. The overall objective is two. One, to create competitive advantage. What exactly competitive advantage? Competitive advantage is the thing, something like it is set of some process in your organization, or set of some resources which is there in your organization, which will help you in earning profit more than your competitors, or in simple, which will help you to overperform your rivals. That will be the thing will be called as competitive advantage. So the first objective of strategic management is to obtain a competitive advantage. Next is to guide the company successfully through all the changes in the environment. We can't stick into the same strategy, so we bring certain changes. So whenever an environment asks, we have to bring some changes in the strategy. It will be one of the objective of strategic management. Let's see what are the importance of strategic management. Formulation of strategy and their implementation have become essential for all the organization for the survival and growth in the present turbulent business environment. So formulating and implementing strategy is necessary for all the organization. If that is necessary, who can do that? That is nothing but strategic management. That is done through the process of strategic management. So formulation of strategy and their implementation, it is essential in all the organization. So now strategic management is very important in all kind of organization, because organization works in the changing environment, that is turbulent business environment. Business follows the war principle of win or lose. Business, very rarely it goes for win and win situation. It will be like either we win, that is we take out our competitors from the market, or we lose, that is we go out of the market. There is only rare that your competitor is also making profit, you also making profit. It is only rare condition, and only in small number of cases win-win situation arise. Hence each organization has to build competitive advantage over the competitors in the business warfare in order to win. So each and every organization, to win against its competitor, they should come up with a proper strategy for that particular environment. Okay, what are the benefits of strategic management? That is advantages. See, strategy management gives a direction to the company to move ahead by defining goals and missions. Strategic management says where you have to go, where you have to reach, what you have to do. All these things it will say, because while formulating strategy itself, we will be formulated our vision. That is where company wants to see itself after certain years. Strategic management helps organization to be proactive instead of reactive in shaping its future. We know strategy is proactive as well as reactive, but to the more extent, to maximum extent, every organization try to be proactive itself, because sudden changes may cause some errors while changing, which will lead to huge loss for that particular organization. So strategic management will assess the environment. So before formulating strategy, it will assess the environment. What are the things going on that particular environment? How they can compete? All this will be assessed. So it will help organization to be proactive instead of reactive. Strategic management provides framework for all major decision of enterprise, such as decision on business, products, market, manufacturing facilities, investment, and organization structure. As I already said, it will analyze industry. It will analyze whole environment. So it will be knowing if we enter into which market we can earn profit. If we go enter into which product we can earn profit, like that. Strategic management seeks to prepare the organization to face the future and acts as a pathfinder to various business opportunities. So it will prepare organization for the future, and it will make sure that if something new business is there which they can earn more profit, that is which they can reach their objective, then it will prepare a particular organization to enter into that particular business opportunities. It helps organization to avoid costly mistake in product market choice and investment. As I already said, it will assess the environment so that it will say which particular product is working in that particular industry. For example, now it is a time of smartphone. Now if the company do not have strategy, if it do not assess, it might come up with some normal ordinary mobile, that is basic set, keypad set. So it will avoid such costly mistake by telling an organization about what is the choice of that particular customer who are there in that particular market. And it also says how much you should invest in which, and how much it will give us return. Strategic management helps to enhance the longevity of the business. As we already said, strategy, it will look into long range, that is it plans for long range. If there are some obstacles, we will be prepared proactive, that is we will be prepared before that obstacle arrives at us, which means we can fight against it, and it will help the longevity of the business, that is long run of the business. Strategic management helps the organization to develop certain core competencies and competitive advantages that would facilitate assist it in its fight for survival and growth. As I already said, competitive advantage and certain core competencies are nothing but the feature which will help you to obtain a competitive advantage. So strategic management will say what is our competitive advantage so that you can fight against your rivals. Okay, now let us study what are the limitations of strategic management, that is demerits. Environment is highly complex and turbulent. It is difficult to understand the complex environment exactly pinpoint how it will shape up in future. Which means, as I already said, strategic management, the first process is to analyze the environment, how exactly it is doing. As we all know, technology is growing. Now it is very difficult and very complex environment. So it is difficult to analyze it. So we can't fix a particular strategy and we can't say that it will work in that particular organization, because some changes might come in political, social, environmental. Okay. Strategic management is a time consuming process because it starts from formulating strategic vision and set controlling particular strategy and bringing certain changes. So it is not an easy process. It is time consuming process. Strategic management is a costly process because you can't appoint a normal person. You should be having some strategist in your organization to formulate particular strategy. You should be having managers to control that particular strategy, well qualified managers. That time you can formulate and you can implement the proper strategy. Otherwise, your strategy might get failed. It is difficult to clearly estimate the competitive response to a firm strategy, which means if we come up with with some particular strategy, we don't know how exactly our rivals will respond. For example, if I come up with a discount of 10%, then I don't know how our rivals will come up. They might come up with something new product which is more better than us, or they might come up with 20% discount. So it is not that easy to clearly estimate the competitive response of firm's rival. Okay, there are three levels in the strategic. There are three levels in an organization. Those are corporate level, where senior people like CEO, board of directors, senior managers will be there, and corporate managers. Business level, who look after that particular businesses, and here the business manager, divisional managers and staff will be there. And functional level, here functional managers will be there. See, the corporate level of management consists of CEO and other senior executives, the board of directors and corporate staff. This role includes defining the mission and goals of the organization, determining what business it should be in, allocating resources among the different business, formulating and implementing a strategy that span individual business and provide a leadership for the organization. In simple, what is the work of this corporate level? Who are the persons? CEO, board of directors and top level managers, senior managers, corporate managers. What is their work? They will determine what business you should enter. Okay, after that, what they will do? They will formulate certain strategies to enter into that particular business. They do not look after day-to-day activities of that particular business, because that will be the work of business level managers. These people will plan for entering into particular market with that particular business, and also these people will think of how much resource is required for that particular business, and they will think of how to generate it and how to utilize, or how to allocate those resources for that particular business. And also these people will formulate some strategic mission for the whole organization. These people will look after the whole organization, not that particular business or particular function. A specific responsibility to develop a strategies for competing in the individual business areas such as financial services. The development of such strategy is the responsibility of those in charge of the different business, called business level manager. So they will say, corporate level managers will say what business we should enter. After entering into that particular business, how to make it a profitable one, then that is the responsibility of the business level managers. So business level manager is the manager who look after that particular business unit and that particular business and takes it towards success. That will be the people who will be in that particular business level manager position. Now comes third level, functional level manager. You might saw different functions. For example, human resource, finance, marketing, sales. All these are functions. Who look after these functions will be known as functional level managers. Functional level managers are responsible for the specific business function or operations that constitute a company or one of its division. For example, if a company is dealing with only mobile phone, then it will be having one finance department, one sales department, one marketing. So functional level manager, he might be responsible for the functions which are related to the whole organization, or some will be having multi businesses. For example, if you take Reliance, Jio, Trend, Smart, etc. Here there are different functions: accounting, financing, marketing, sales, and here also again all this. So he might be responsible for the functions which are related to the whole organization or for the particular division. Functional manager provide most of the information that makes it possible for the business and corporate general managers to formulate realistic and attainable strategies. Why? Because functional level managers is the person who will work with the people, who will keenly observe the behavior of their customer, because corporate level managers can't do that or business level managers can't do that. And for example, your research and development, they will take the data from customers what they want and they will provide it to the corporate and business level managers so that they can come up with a better strategy to satisfy those customers' needs. Okay, these are the 3 levels of management. Now the 6th concept is strategic management in government and not for profit organization. See, strategic management is not only applicable to the profitable organization or organization which work for profit. It will be required in government as well as not for profit organization. Why government? Because government will run by our money, so they can't take a bad decision. They should be having some vision. For example, LIC, which is doing very good. There are different insurance are there. HDFC, Reliance, many insurance are there, but still LIC is the number one because it has certain strategies, certain proper strategies. That is government organization, but still it will be having certain strategies. So strategic management is required both in government, non-government, profitable and non-profitable organization. In simple, strategic management is required in all kind of businesses. Organization can be classified as commercial and non-commercial on the basis of interest they have. Commercial organization, profit motive, whereas non-commercial organization, service motive. They want to provide service, they do not want to earn profit. Okay, we have certain example of 3 organizations. First one is educational institutions. See, nowadays we are seeing so many revolution happened in education field. Now video classes came, pen drive classes, virtual classes, colorful study materials, different changes are happening in the education institute. So if, as we already know, educational institute comes under NPO, not for profit organization. But that particular education institution want to survive, then they should have certain good strategic management. The significant change in the competitive climate has taken place in the educational environment. Hence, they are adopting different strategies for attracting the best student. For example, scholarship, integrative courses, professional courses, etc. Industrial training, and they will, do some agreement with some good companies so that in campus placement they will be preferred first. Like that, they are doing certain good strategies to overcome the competition. In the medical organization, modern hospitals are creating new strategies today as advance in the diagnosis treatment of chronic diseases are undercutting that earlier mission. Hospitals are beginning to bring services to the patient as much as bringing the patient to the hospital. Now hospitals also should have certain strategic management because they also want to run their business. They also need the, patients. So they will bring up certain technologies. They will bring up good doctors. They also do something to overcome the competition. Now a new thing came, that is consulting the doctor in your smartphone, where you can consult your doctor in your smartphone. That Docs app something has came. So next is government agencies and departments. Central, state, municipal agency, PSU, department are responsible for formulating, implementing and evaluating strategies that use taxpayers' money in the most cost-effective way to provide services and programs. So they will be having certain pressure because they are using the tax, which is money of general public. So they will be having the pressure in formulating and implementing a better strategy than any other private organization. So government agencies and departments should also require some strategic management process. Strategic management concept increasingly are being used to enable some organizations to be more effective and efficient. Here ends our first chapter, revision of our first chapter. It comes to 30 minutes. And I covered all the concepts which is there in ICI material, and for this particular revision notes, what I used is I just extracted the things from ICI material. So it will help you in revising, because in your examination you can't write something from other materials. It should be relating to ICI material, because the answer key what they give to the evaluator, that will be based on the ICI material. So they expect you to write based on ICI material. So I didn't take it from any other author's book or something. I took it from ICI material only. So if in last moment you can revise it. And the full chapter of this particular, that is 1 hour, 1 hour is there, that whole chapter. So that is available in my channel, Accounting Secrets. And please don't forget to subscribe Accounting Secrets as well as CA Dreams, so that I can come up with more and more videos. Thank you.